gamblers out there. Fuck you. This is not a fucking hobby. You're listening to the most relevant sports show on the internet. He's a combat veteran turned entrepreneur turned sports journalist. And she has an IQ higher than your entire family combined. It's the S3, and it starts right now.
What's going on, everybody? You are listening to the S3. JD here, along with Ms. Lady M, Jeff Demers, Ms. Marnie Tisdale, also known as the better half. We've got a pretty good show today. Got a really great show today. It's pretty much all football. We usually break down the Suns, but since they just got beat down by 75 last night, it was actually 49 points. So we're not going to talk too much Suns. ASU is heading to El Paso for their bowl game on New Year's Eve. Kind of waiting for the Diamondbacks to make a splash in during the winter meetings and stuff, but nothing's really happening. So we get to talk football, which we like to talk football anyway. So we've got we're going to go straight into the chaos of the NFL playoff picture. Who's in, who's out, who's barely hanging on to a wild card. Now there's still 4 weeks left, counting this week, 15, 16, 17, 18, right? I think 17, 3 for carry the purple. I don't know. Anyway, I'll break down my DFS lineup for Thursday Night Football. We'll hit you with our startup sit-em picks to help you set those fantasy lineups. And, of course, we'll wrap things up with our fan favorite game, Nailed It. This week is a 90s rock edition. Also, we're doing a little bit of trivia, which I know absolutely nothing about. But I thought Lady M should have a segment as well so that you're not just listening to me talk the whole time. So we'll learn together. Either I'll learn never to ask her to do anything again, or I'll learn to need to study. We'll figure it out. But what is first?
Horrible dad joke of the week.
Horrible dad joke of the week. It is so horrible, you should steal it. All right. We have some yard work that we have to get done, and we're kind of procrastinating on it.
A little bit.
So that's why I picked this one. What did Elvis say to his landscaper?
No idea.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Mulch.
Thank you very much. People, you can use that. Go ahead and steal it. Moving on. What's next?
NFL playoff picture.
All right. So, like I said, we still have a few weeks left in the NFL season. All teams by now have played 13 games, which means, there's 4 weeks left. Yep. So, let's see where we're at in the AFC. Currently, the Denver Broncos and the Patriots are 1-2, both at 11-2, but they win. The Denver Broncos have the tiebreaker over New England based on best win percentage in conference games. So currently New England sits in the number 2 seed, followed by Jacksonville and Pittsburgh. Those are the other two division leaders in the AFC. Then you're looking at just a crazy race. You've got Los Angeles Chargers, the Buffalo Bills, and the Houston Texans currently sitting in those 3 playoff wild card spots. The number 1 seed, by the way, in case you guys don't know, gets a bye. 2, 3, and 4 plays basically 5, 6, and 7, or 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5 is how that matchup goes. Number 5, currently the 5 seed, currently owned by the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 6 seed is currently the Buffalo Bills, and number 7 seed is the Houston Texans. On the outside looking in, with an 8-5 record, the Texans also have an 8-5 record, is the Indianapolis Colts, who really don't have a quarterback. They went and they said they needed a quarterback, and Phillip Rivers and his 9 children said, "I'll do it." And so they brought Phillip Rivers in. I have no idea what he's going to look like this week.
No.
He has a week to practice.
Poor Colts fans, honestly, for them to meteorically rise so far and then have this injury at the end of the season.
Like 7-2 or something at one point. They're 8-5 now. Injuries.
Yeah.
The Baltimore Ravens.
Pile at the beginning there.
Baltimore Ravens for the 9th seed. The 10 is the Kansas City Chiefs. These are teams that need a lot of help to make the playoffs. Like the Chiefs have like less than a 1% chance to get in. I
not
think.
even just about them winning at this point. 11%. It's about other teams have to lose in order for stuff to work out.
Win. They need to win out, and they need help.
In that weird balancing scales part of
And then still not eliminated, which probably will be eliminated after this week, in the 12th seed, the Cincinnati Bengals at 4-9.
Right.
They still have some hope, but they need a lot of help, and they're probably not going to get it. Eliminated, shockingly, the New York Jets, Cleveland Browns, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Tennessee Titans. All of them, by the way, on the New England Patriots schedule. In the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams looking really good, sitting at top in the 1 seed at 10-3. The Green Bay Packers are number 2 seed at 9-3-1 currently. Number 3 seed is Philadelphia Eagles at 8-5. They looked so terrible last week that Jalen Hurts hurt my fantasy team, and I did not advance.
Yeah.
I was the number 2 seed all season.
What was it? 4 interceptions?
4 interceptions and like a fumble or 2. It's like it was terrible.
It was more than he had thrown in the entire year altogether in one game somehow.
How do you throw an interception and lose a fumble on the same play?
Right.
That was 4 points gone away from my fantasy team.
Yep.
Like, no shock. It was not shocking at all as to why I did not advance with Jalen Hurts as my quarterback.
Right.
After last week's showing. All right, so Rams, Packers, Eagles, and Buccaneers currently sitting at 7-6. We'll talk more about them a little bit later on. They're playing tonight. The 5 seed also with a 10-3 record. So they have the same record as the Rams, but the Rams win the tiebreaker over Seattle based on head-to-head win percentage currently. All right, the 6th seed is San Francisco 49ers at 9-4, also at 9-4, the Chicago Bears. On the outside looking in, your Detroit Lions at 8-5. They've got a very tough matchup this weekend. We'll go over that shortly. The Carolina Panthers still have some hope. Especially, they have the same record as Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay has the tiebreaker over Carolina based on best win percentage in common games.
Yeah.
But they are in the 9th seed. The 10th seed is still not eliminated. The Dallas Cowboys, and the 11th seed is the Minnesota Vikings, eliminated. We'll see them tonight against Tampa. They are the Atlanta Falcons at 4-9, eliminated. Not a shock here in the Valley. The Arizona Cardinals at 3-10. The New Orleans Saints, the Washington Commanders, and the New York Football Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the playoff picture. What is next?
NFL Week 15 schedule.
All right. So no more bye weeks.
No more bye weeks,
which is a good thing. Thursday Night Football, Falcons 4-9 at the Buccaneers 7-6. Buccaneers lost to the Saints last week at home.
They did. Bad.
Very bad.
That's naughty. That was a trap game.
That was not good at all. Just goes to show you, like, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It's one of my favorite quotes by former high school basketball coach Tim Nucky.
Yeah.
All right. Kevin Durant kind of made it popular with the youngins these days, but okay. Falcons. I think the Falcons, like, there's almost no defense that's gonna happen in this game.
Yeah.
The strength of the Falcons is their rush game, and the Buccaneers can't stop the run. And then the strength of the Buccaneers is their pass game, and the Falcons can't stop the pass.
Or
the run, for that matter. So, yeah, it should be pretty good.
Punch out.
The early slate on Sunday afternoon. Browns 3-10 at the Bears 9-4. The Bears went from the number 1 seed down to the 7th seed after losing last week to the Packers. 9-4. So look for them to bounce back again this weekend. Shedeur Sanders, though, looked pretty good last week. I mean, given that I cover Arizona State college-wise, I am not a big Shedeur fan, but I will give credit where credit is due. He threw for like 370, 3 touchdowns, did have a pick, but, I mean, I'll take 370 and 3 touchdowns from Drake May, who hasn't even thrown a 300-yard game yet. Then again, they haven't needed him to.
Right.
So, I mean, there is that. And the Browns did lose that game, by the way. Good matchup, though, for Shedeur this week because, as we saw last week, the Bears' passing defense, no bueno. So Shedeur can go off again and maybe, just maybe, keep his name in the picture for the future. Deshaun Watson has been cleared to start practicing, but we probably will not see him this season.
Right.
So,
right.
Ravens 6-7 at the Bengals 4-9. Ravens, hey, look, they beat. Did they beat the Steelers last week? No, they lost to the Steelers last week.
Yeah, they've just been having a rough season and not look like themselves.
It's a good matchup for him this week, though, especially for Henry, because the Bengals' rushing defense absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
So I look for so the Bengals' rushing defense sucks. The Ravens' passing defense is horrible.
Right.
So this could be like an awesome shootout.
Right. Another potential shootout.
Yeah, man. I've got a few members of these teams on Stardom and or Situm. Here a little later on. The Chargers at 9-4 at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
My, how far the mighty have fallen.
For reals. I don't think they can do it. I think the Chargers are going to run all over them. Like, whatever it is, it's got to get into your head because this is the first season with Patrick Mahomes where they have not won their division championship.
Yeah.
And they're not even going to get to go this year. So, yeah, it's big. It's big.
Speaking of division championships, the Bills at 9-4 at the New England Patriots. Patriots have a shot at locking up the AFC East and maybe taking over that number 1 spot if Denver struggles with their opponent. We'll talk about them here in a second. So big playoff implications, big seeding implications. The Patriots have like a 99% chance of making the playoffs. I think it's 99.9. I don't know why it doesn't say 100, but they'll be in the playoffs. Regardless.
They have to always allow for weird things to happen, I guess. But
the Bills are going to need a lot of weird things to happen this week.
The beginning of this season, I would have thought this game would have been a sure bet the other way, but we already beat them once. We're on quite the high uptick, so
that's why
they're going to make us work for it. But I do think we have some possibilities.
If the Patriots win, they own the AFC East once again. Ladies and gentlemen, your New England Patriots, a.k.a. America's real team. All right.
We're back.
Moving on.
We're back,
the Commanders at 3-10 at the Giants 2-11. Raise your hand if you can't wait to watch this game.
I'll say what I always say. They're both about equally bad, which means if they play each other, it might end up looking like football.
It's a good matchup.
They're about the same level, but it's not going to be exciting or nail-biting or anything. Unless you're
a good matchup for both quarterbacks to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Who they're throwing it to, I have no idea. But and we don't know if it's going to be Daniels for Washington or if it's going to be Mariota starting. But either way, that's not a bad pickup if you're looking for some fantasy value. Stack Mariota with maybe Debo, and then the Giants stack. Dawson, why can't I think of his name? Stack. Oh, what's his name? The quarterback for the Giants. Wow.
Jackson Dart.
Thank you.
I was like, I didn't know his name you were scrambling for. I could have filled that in a second ago. Sorry.
Believe it or not, I do know football. A little bit. All right. So Jackson Dart, stack him with like Tracy. And you could have a pretty good stack there to start your lineup. It's cheap. All right, speaking of cheap, the Raiders at 2-11 At the Eagles at 8-5, look for the Eagles to bounce back. I think both Saquon and AJ Brown can have really good weeks this week.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of Jalen Hurts now because he hurts my fantasy team.
All right.
So I want somehow Barkley and AJ Brown to have a good game, but I don't care if Hurts puts up many numbers at all because I'm a sore loser. The Jets at 3-10 at the Jaguars 9-4.
There's a lot of cherry picking games this week.
There are. Look for the Jaguars to take that game. Another cherry pick game. Cardinals 3-10 at the Texans 8-5. This is not a good matchup for like Michael Wilson or any wide receivers or any tight ends for the Cardinals. That defense is just not good for them.
Yeah.
Like this should be another multi-score beatdown that the Cardinals have to suffer.
Yeah.
Hopefully not as bad as last week, but we'll see what happens. Sunday, late schedule. The Packers 9-3-1 at the Broncos 11-2.
So this is the universe just trying to find a way to force me to root for the Packers. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
That's not something I would willingly do. But I want to see the Broncos lose a couple of games so we get that number 1 seed.
The problem is with this schedule, and I understand where you're going with that. I know we have 2 big screens in the living room so we can catch multiple games.
Yeah.
But you got the Packers 9-3-1 at the Broncos 11-2, and then you have your Lions who are clinging on to life and trying to get in the playoffs against the number 1 seeded Los Angeles Rams in LA.
That's going to be a really rough game for them.
Or would you rather watch the Panthers at 7-6 at the Saints 3-10? Is that catching you at all? No? All right. Maybe for a lock. Speaking of lock, the 49ers at 9-4 are hosting the Tennessee Titans at 2-11. The Titans beat the Browns last week.
Right. Right.
Maybe they can come up with another upset.
We have 3 teams that only have 2 wins for the season. I didn't realize that. My brain was just trying to do who's the worst, and I'm looking down the schedule going, oh, there's a lot of them actually.
Currently, the Giants,
the Raiders, and the Titans.
Yeah, currently the Giants have the number 1 overall pick in the draft.
Okay,
but there's a lot of bad teams up there.
There are. Goodness.
What's next? The Colts 8-5 at the Seahawks 10-3. The Seahawks. I mean, if somehow, some way, the Lions can pull off a victory in LA, and the Seahawks beat up Phillip Rivers, 40-year-old, 43, 44-year-old. He's over 40. He's over the hill. But he does have 9 kids to play for. So who knows? The Colts could pull off the upset. No way in hell, no chance in hell that the Seahawks lose this game at home against the Colts.
Yeah.
The Sunday night game may be a little better than most people think. You have a really good defense in Minnesota going up against an okay offense and almost no defense in Dallas. I mean, I might just pick the Vikings in this one. I don't know. I might. They're only 1 win difference. I don't like that 1 tie. You already know my feelings on that. I don't know. That's one way to go. We'll find out in a second. Monday Night Football, the Dolphins, who had the exact same record as the Kansas City Chiefs at 6-7 it's not the Cowboys.
I was going to say, who's it supposed to be? Because now you got the Cowboys playing twice.
That's not it, ladies and gentlemen.
Back to back.
So I've got it. The Vikings, okay, so the Dolphins and the Steelers. At 7-6. All right. Makes sense. So go ahead and Steelers at 7-6. Okay. On Monday Night Football. So Steelers need to keep winning because the Ravens look like they should be able to pull it off this week. Dolphins need to keep winning, just keep their hopes alive, but I don't think they have any hope at all at making the playoffs.
They really don't.
Definitely not going to win the AFC East, I'll tell you that much.
At least for their fans, they managed to clean their shit up a little bit, but they started so ugly, the Dolphins.
All right, well, let's both clean our shit up after having a 3-3 week last week. What's next?
Pick 6 locks of the week.
All right, now we tied, and you had the trophy from the week prior, so that means I'm still a loser, and that means I get first pick for the game tonight. I'm gonna take. Wow, really? I'm gonna take the Falcons tonight.
All right.
I think the Bucs just lost to the Saints.
Yeah.
Falcons are better than the Saints, even with Kirk Cousins at quarterback. Aren't they? Shouldn't they be? I mean,
they should be, yeah.
All right. So I got the Falcons. Who are you taking?
I will go ahead and take the Bucs just to be different.
Really? Because if I would have taken the Buccaneers, you would have taken the Falcons?
No. So I guess I just want to take the Bucs.
That's what I thought. All right. Sunday night, we got it right. Vikings 5-8 at the Cowboys 6-1. Put me down for the Vikings. And Jefferson's going to have 2 touchdowns and over 70 yards receiving. So that I'm calling it. And Dak's going to throw 2 interceptions. I'm just going to pile it on.
You know what? I'm actually going to go with you on that one and also pick the Vikings.
Really?
Yeah, I really hate the Cowboys. I don't know if I'm being too biased there or not, but
no, not ever. Like, you've never talked bad about the Cowboys at all on this show or personally.
Only every second I'm alive.
Monday Night Football, the Dolphins at 6-7 at the Steelers 7-6. Steelers need that win to keep going. Dolphins trying to shock the world. I'm gonna take the Dolphins. I'm taking the away team in every prime game. That's not good. All right, yeah, I'll stick with it. Screw it. All right, I look for chain to run the ball for about 280 yards and 4 touchdowns. I'll take it. Why not? Who you got?
I'll go with the Steelers.
Yeah, that's actually pretty smart. Yeah. All right, my next pick. Lots of cherry picking to do.
Yeah, there is.
Lots of cherry picking. Where do I want to start? I'm gonna take the Eagles over the Raiders.
Okay.
Lock that in.
You got it. So you've got the Eagles. I will take the 49ers over the Titans.
You cherry picking son of a bitch.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Me too. I'm going to take the Seahawks over the Colts. At least they have winning records. I got the Seahawks.
All right. Who do I want next out of this hot mess? You know, I will take the Chargers over the Chiefs.
Very nice.
I will put my money where my mouth is there.
All right. I was thinking about that. I'm not that bold. I'm going to take the Jags over the Jets. I want my trophy back. Actually, I shouldn't say that now because I made 3 of the dumbest choices to kick off this segment.
I will take the Texans over the Cardinals. I'll cherry pick the last one.
If they lose, I'm not going to say shit on social media, but if they win, I'm telling everybody. Matter of fact, I'll just crop it where I picked it. I'll crop the video and just show that I picked it. I'm not going to show any of my losses, but I'll show all the wins. I picked it. They don't know. They don't listen anyway. Doesn't matter. All right. What's next?
Oh, I wasn't ready because you usually make me go over that. All right. JD's DFS
Wait,
lineup.
You did pick your last one, right?
Yep.
Who'd you pick for the last one?
Texans over the Cardinals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's why we don't have any. We're in Arizona, and we don't have well, this should answer the question why we're in Arizona. We have very few people who are Cardinals fans that listen to us because she keeps picking against the Cardinals. That's why they don't listen.
They got to give me a reason if they want me to pick them.
Yeah, well, they've only been around for like 70 years, so you got to give them time. All right, what's next?
JD's DFS lineups for Thursday night.
All right, my DFS DraftKings lineup for tonight. Showdown mode. If you've never played Showdown mode on DraftKings, they give you 6 positions. They give you a budget. Captain is the first slot that you fill in. Whoever you put in the captain he costs 1.5 times his normal value, but he gets 1.5 times the points. Tonight, I've got Bijan Robinson, running back for the Atlanta Falcons, going up against that terrible, horrible rush defense of Tampa Bay. I've also got his counterpart, Tyler Algier, for Atlanta. He's cheap, $4,000. I can see them giving him the ball inside the 10-yard line a couple times, and hopefully he'll get me a touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver for Tampa Bay, 9,200. I've got both kickers. The kickers worked out really well for me in the last showdown game. We cashed in pretty good on that game. I've got Zane Gonzalez for Atlanta, former Arizona State Sun Devil, by the way. I've got Chase McLaughlin, kicker for Tampa Bay. And then my final spot, I don't really like this pick, but I think he's going to get enough fantasy points to make it happy. Darnell Mooney, the main wide receiver now for Atlanta at 6,600. So I've got Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Emeka Egbuka, Zane Gonzalez, Chase McLaughlin, and Darnell Mooney for my showdown for tonight. What's next?
Start him, sit him.
This is a crazy week. All right. Everybody that I put in the stardom, there's a lot of familiar names that are usually in stardom. But at the same time, everybody that I put in situm has been in my stardom lineup at some point this year. So it's going to look like 2 all-star teams. Just one of them's not going to have a good week. So stardom at quarterback. Matthew Stafford for the Rams, Lamar Jackson for Baltimore, and Shedeur Sanders. Start him against that terrible Chicago Bears passing defense.
Yeah.
Running backs, bring the man backs to return to the Mac. Christian McCaffrey, start him. Derrick Henry again. King Henry should find the end zone once or 3 times. And then Travis Etienne Jr. for Jacksonville, going up against that terrible Jets defense. Jets defense used to be something that you actually had to plan around. Now you really don't have to plan around them. Wide receivers to pretty much top 3 in the NFL. Puka Nacua for the Rams, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba for Seattle, and A.J. Brown for Philly. All have solid matchups this week. At tight ends, I've got George Kittle, Dalton Kincaid, unfortunately for Buffalo, and Dalton, the other Dalton, not the one from Roadhouse or the first Roadhouse, Dalton Schultz out of Houston. Start them. So Kittle, Kincaid, and Schultz, start them all. For defense, 49ers, Eagles, Panthers. Start them all. But yeah, I know you can usually only start one, but if you have more than one team, there you go. 49ers, Eagles, Panthers. Sit them. This looks like an all-star team.
It kind of does. I'm a little surprised.
Patrick Mahomes for Kansas City. Sit our guy, Drake May for New England. And I really hope I'm wrong with that one. Sit. And I really hope I'm right for this one. Bo Nix for Denver. Sit. Your guy, Jahmyr Gibbs for Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs is amazing.
Sit James Cook for Buffalo. And sit Josh Jacobs. You may want to sit him anyway. He's questionable right now for Green Bay, but he did come off a really good week.
Right.
So he's just questionable. He might still play. Wide receivers. Rashee Rice for Kansas City. Michael Pittman Jr. for Indiana. As a matter of fact, just sit every wide receiver for Indianapolis with Phillip Rivers at the helm. Sit Luther Burden the third for Chicago. Tight ends. Arguably the top 3 tight ends in the league. Maybe 2 and an old man, but Brock Bowers, sit him. Trey McBride here in Arizona, sit him. And Travis Kelce, the matchups just do not look good for them this week. Sit the Broncos defense, sit the Rams defense, and sit the Lions defense. Why? Because they're playing each other. That's why. I don't expect any defense in that game. I expect like a 35-32 ending. And your team in the lead, I guess. All right. What's next?
Trivia time.
All right. I've been waiting for this because I have no clue what the hell it is. This is Lady M's new segment. She's going to start doing every week. It's called Trivia Time. What do you have for me? Are we talking about like montages? Like, what are we doing?
What I actually just did was I got together with a Chat GPT and like described the show and whatnot, and it was like I was asked to do like a third grade little spelling bee or some kind of thing with a multiple choice questions or what should I do, and it came up with sports trivia questions, and it gave me a funny podcast thing to say after each one. So I have 3 questions for you. I'll ask you the question. They're not going to be too difficult. You'll probably know them, so you can try to just answer them. Or you
well, you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say these are really hard. Just because I get them right, it makes me look good.
Or you
say
can
they're
ask,
not too difficult, and like I don't get them.
They might be tricky. So some of them might be tricky, but there's only 3. I say that like there's so many that you can ask for multiple choice options if something doesn't pop into your head right away.
All right.
Okay.
I like it.
So my first question.
Multiple choice.
Which quarterback was the first NFL history to throw for 5,000 yards in a season? First quarterback to throw for 5,000 yards.
First quarterback? Would that be
you can ask
Dan
for
Marino or
options
Drew Brees? Give me options.
A, Dan Marino. B, Drew Brees. C, Tom Brady. D, Peyton Manning.
It wasn't Brady. I don't think it was Manning. I think it was quite possibly it's either Marino or Breeze. I'm gonna say Dan Marino.
You are correct.
All right.
You are correct. So my funny banter from chat is back when Marino did it, defenses were basically allowed to tackle you with a folding chair. So that makes it even more impressive.
Very much so. That's why my favorite defensive player of all time is Ronnie Lott. Go back and look at his film. Talking about throwing your body into stuff.
Right.
And wow.
Right.
All right. Bring it on. I got this. Next up.
Okay. In 2008, the Boston Celtics won their 17th championship. Who did they beat in 2008?
Oh, crap.
Who did they beat?
Was it the Lakers?
It was. You didn't even need the options. It was the Lakers.
All right.
Yes. The year Paul Pierce got wheeled off like he needed a priest, then returned like nothing happened. Truly inspirational for drama majors everywhere.
Yeah. It was pretty good. He was literally like they carried him off the court.
Yeah.
Put him in a wheelchair. Yeah.
Like he needed a priest.
Like, I'm good.
I actually ended up going with these questions because I thought the sassiness was really funny. Okay.
Nice.
The little sassy things chat gave me to say. Who is the only person in NBA history to win MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year?
Larry Bird.
Correct. Larry Legend did everything except run the concession stand, and honestly, he probably could have improved that too.
Outstanding. You have any more? Because I'm really freaking good at even that, or you just pick the teams that I would know. First question was a little tough, but you got any more? Is that it?
I could grab some more real quick.
No, it's okay. I like 3. 3 for 3.
Okay.
Perfection is how I roll, unless we're doing locks of the week. What's next?
Nailed it.
All right, now it's your turn. So I will sing the lyrics of up to 4 classic rock songs. Maybe poorly, maybe really good, most likely poorly, and most likely not on purpose. You get a half a point for knowing the title and a half a point for knowing the artist. The goal is to get a total of 3 points to win. You do get 1 pass, which is worth a full point, but you can't win on a pass. You must wait for my awesomeness to finish prior to giving an answer. You will always know when I'm finished, as you will hear the words. Nailed it. All right, this week you failed 80s rock last week.
I did.
So
I think I've only won like 1 time since we started doing this.
No, you've won a few times. I think. I don't know.
Maybe twice. Maybe twice.
You failed 80s. Your options this week were 70s, 90s, or a mixture of 70s, 80s, and 90s. You chose the 90s rock version this week, and I kind of like it. I think you'll do okay. The last one's a little tricky, so hopefully you can get the points before then.
Okay.
So, all right. Song number 1. Too alarming now to talk about. Take your pictures down and shake it out. Truth or consequence, say it aloud. Use that evidence, race it around. Nailed it.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. Hero. Fucker. Who is it that sings that? Pearl Jam?
No, she gets a half point though for my hero. It is 1997 Foo Fighters.
It is Foo Fighters. Oh.
Okay. Yep, Foo Fighters. All right, so you got a half point. You need 2.5 points. You got 3 songs remaining, so you will have to go into song number 4.
Yeah.
Which I like. All right.
Yeah.
Song number 2. It must be your skin. I'm sinking in. Must be for real. 'Cause now I can feel. And I didn't mind. It's not my kind. It's not my time to wonder why. Nailed it. I know you got it in your head.
I know this song. Machine Head.
Nope.
Oh,
right
so
band.
close.
Right band. Machine Head is another one of their songs. All right, so you need at least the artist in order to still have a shot at winning this. I can give you a small hint. My favorite NASCAR driver's last name is
Bush.
There you go.
Bush. Okay.
Glycerine by Bush.
Glycerin. God damn.
Yep, 1995. All right, so you need both the name and you need the title and the band name for both.
I still have a pass this time though, since I'm doing so poorly.
You do have a pass, but you can't win on a pass. So if you're going to use a pass, it has to be. Do you just want to say pass now?
No, I'll hear it. It's almost worse because I know these, but I don't apparently know the names or who sings anything ever. So.
All right, here we go. Song number 3.
Okay.
She said, I don't know if I've ever been good enough. I'm a little bit rusty, and I think my head is caving in. And I don't know if I've ever been really loved by a hand that's touched me. And I feel like something's gonna give. And I'm a little bit angry. Nailed it. There's a P word that I'm sure you want to say.
All right. I'll say pass. I still feel like it was Moody.
It is
I had that part right. Push.
By Matchbox.
Oh, I was wrong. I'm glad
1997. All right, so you need this one, and I love this one because I love the story behind it. And it's pretty much the only song that really got a hit from this this group that got together to put this band together.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. But I can't feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. Yeah. But it's on the table, the fire's cooking. And they're farming babies while slaves are working. The blood's on the table, the mouths are choking. But I'm going hungry, yeah. Nailed it.
Is it just I'm Going Hungry or Hungry? What's the name of the song?
Hungry's in the title, or Hunger is in the title. I shouldn't have said that.
I'm going hungry. I have no idea who sings that.
All right. So you lose again. But
I do.
The song is called Hunger Strike by Temple of the Dog, 1991. This was a combination of Chris Cornell and drummer Matt Cameron. This is Chris Cornell and Matt Cameron, drummer Matt Cameron from Soundgarden.
Okay.
And then they got together with Eddie Vedder, Jeff Ament, and Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam. They came together to honor Cornell's good friend, Andy Wood, who actually overdosed. He had a band called Mother Love Bone. He was a huge fan of both the head singer for Queen and
Freddie Mercury.
And the guy that sings the Lion King song.
I don't know who sings the Lion King song outside of the movie.
John.
Oh, Elton John.
Big fan of them. He had a band
called
Mother
James
Love
Earl
Bone.
Jones.
Temple of the Dog is actually a lyric in one of Andy Wood's songs. And that's how they came up with the name of the band. But it's Chris Cornell, Matt Cameron, Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, Jeff Ament from Pearl Jam, and Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam. So really cool. They play that song all the time on the radio today, but it's pretty much the only one that they had.
Yeah.
All right. What is going on? All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to follow us on Facebook for the S3 Podcast and Sports Media X. And also, make sure you follow myself at SMAHTSide, SMAAHTSIDE, and Lady M at Lady M_S3 on X. Shout out also to our men and women in uniform, those serving, and those who have served. Go Army, beat Navy this weekend. The Army-Navy game is Saturday, so you know that I'll be on the couch for that game. Lady M, what are the final words?
Keep loving sports.
That's the show for now. Shout out to the most badass military in the world and the toughest veterans to ever walk the planet. And as always, all you haters.